everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. This morning we are just about to head out to a little appointment for both our children. Now for those that are new here, we have a little girl who is 4, she will be 5 this year and she is due to start school in January. And then we have our little boy who has just recently turned 2. Now obviously coming from the UK, we never had to even think about appointments in the UK. We were just sent a letter in the post with a pre-booked appointment, a time, a date, and basically all you had to do was turn up. In Australia, however, it's a little bit different, and I feel like the onus is more on you to book those appointments and keep track of your little milestones and your immunisations. Obviously, since arriving in Australia, I was very unaware of how all this procedure works. Now obviously Medicare, I have done a separate video on Medicare, but we are covered by Medicare here. We do have a reciprocal health agreement, and whilst that does cover most of healthcare, you do obviously have to pay for some things and then you get a rebate. I just wasn't sure how it works with kids and children's nurses, etc, etc. So we were very lucky to actually bump into a children's nurse in our local park, and she advised to contact our local community centre, and they actually have children's nurses there that carry out little milestone appointments, little check-ins, and also check your immunisations are up to date. So I got in contact with them, I made an appointment, and they each have 1 hour appointment. So it means a total of a 2-hour appointment this morning, which I am very nervous about. I feel like sometimes this just goes literally the worst way possible. However, Ewan is going to meet me there. He's taking some time off work this morning because you just never know how each child is going to be, and we may need to step out. So we're just about to head there just now. I have been advised to bring along our little red books. It's a little blue book in Australia. I believe the contents are pretty much the exact same, but this holds all our immunisation records and little health checkups, everything that both kids have had done between being born and now. So like I said, this is separate to our GP, and if you are coming over then I do advise downloading a little app called Hot Doc, which looks like this, and this gives you all the details of your local GPs and like dentists and other kind of like healthcare places, and you're able to literally search for them and you just book it on the app, which I absolutely love. Like for example, I can get a doctor's appointment this afternoon if I want one, or usually you have to wait like 2 or maybe 3 days, which I just find to be so positive compared to the UK where you're sometimes waiting like 2, sometimes 3 weeks for an appointment. So yeah, that app has been amazing and it is so good. You could also choose between like a bulk billed practice where there is no fee for your medical treatment, and then obviously you have ones where you will pay your fee and then Medicare rebate some of that back. But yeah, it's fab, it's such a great app. However, this appointment is our local community centre, and I believe they all run these little programmes. I also have some questions written down I would like to ask, one of those being around dental care and checkups, more so for the kids, but just to really understand how they work, because I know Medicare doesn't cover dental treatment, and yeah, just some things I would like to know. So we're heading off there just now. Obviously I won't film whilst I'm in there, but I will update you as soon as we come out. Hey guys, so that actually didn't go as bad as what I first thought it was going to. We were only an hour and a half, which is so good because the 2 hours was definitely making me sweat. The kids were actually so good. The room was just as I thought, had like little kids things, and they were both quite entertained, which was good. She wasn't very like strict obviously, and I just felt quite relaxed after like the first 20 minutes, so that's good. She was also so good with me because I genuinely do feel like I'm in the dark here, and you don't get off the flight and handed like a notebook of things you need to do and good things to know, and sometimes I just feel like, yes, we chose to do this journey, but it's really hard. Like a lot of things are just so new here and done so differently, and if you don't know, you don't know, right? So it sometimes just helps for somebody to sit down with me and let me just ask all the questions I have to ask and not feel like I'm asking a really silly question. Their immunisations, she believes, are all up to date. She had to go away and check with their immunisation nurse because she was a bit confused on one of them, which I've completely just forgot the name of now. Oh, I can't remember, but she wasn't sure if they would need a booster on that. So she's given me a little clinic. So basically the immunisations are little drop-in clinics, and it seems like they're on every single month. Some of them even have 2 clinics per month, and you just drop in with our little red book and one of the nurses will just check over everything as well. They're currently doing the flu vaccinations anyway, so I've just to pop in and ask. I'll do that in the next coming weeks. Then as for Rain and his 2-year little review, it's very similar to that of the UK in the sense that you get this little questionnaire. You can see at the back there, 24-month questionnaire, which looks to be the exact same one as I done for Isla in the UK. Just things like, can they follow instructions, can they kick a ball, can they walk up the stairs, you know, all those kind of questions. I did start to write it out and then I thought I'll just do it, finish it at home, and I can either hand it in or email it. My little boy has a little dairy intolerance which we are currently working through. It has been quite a challenge, however I think because we came over here at 13 months I was quite confident in what I was doing with it, and we're back on that milk ladder again. So they do that here. Obviously if you are from the UK then you will know that from being there. They do the exact same thing here, so I'm just going through that with them, which is fine. I don't feel like I need any more support on that anyway. And then for Isla, she got all her little checks done. She drew pictures, she even done a little check of her eyes, her ears, and then she quickly checked her mouth. So dental care is free here for children under the age of 18, and the only thing you have to do is call a number which she's given me. You book in there and it's carried out at clinics in the hospital. There is a wait list, so you could probably get other private dental practices. Obviously you'll have to have your private healthcare for that. There's also a scheme here called Child Dental Benefits Schedule where you can claim up to $1,095 for your child's basic dental services, and that's carried out over the 2 years. However, usual for us, because we are not permanent residents, we're not entitled to that. And another thing is you have to be getting payments from Centrelink to be eligible for that. So that's not something we're going to get anyway. So it means that our dental checkups and things would cost, and it can be anywhere between $150 to $300 just for that consult. So it's quite good to know that they have this service for children. And yeah, like I've mentioned, some of the daycares do have people that will come out and do eye tests, and I don't know, maybe they do dental checkups. She wasn't too sure on that, but they definitely do come out to the preschools, which is good to know as well. Everything else seemed to go very well. I feel really happy, and she's also given me her number. Should I have any questions at all to do with healthcare, and she actually said for children or for adults, which I thought was so nice because it's hard, like I've said, coming out here and you're unaware of the services they offer. I'm absolutely roasting. This is the thing just now, because we're in autumn, the mornings are really cold but the afternoons just heat up so quickly. So I'm actually going to go in and change into my shorts and t-shirts, and we're going to head out, go for a little walk to the beach and the park, because the kids genuinely were so good and I just feel like I also need some fresh air. So we're going to go and do that, and I will let you know how we get on with our appointments. Don't scare him. Oh, he's a big one. Out of the way. Out of the way down there.
I'm trying to touch you.
Yeah.
What? Need you get out.
you like to go and get now?
Donut.
Donuts! Let's go!
Come on.
Let's go! What are you thinking? Wow! Oh my goodness, so I went for creme brulee and Isla got the... What was yours called, Isla?
Special. It's called special.
Special. Nice shells, Isla. Picking a little book, Isla.
Mommy, I'm not going to one.
Let's pick one to read. So, update on dental. I called the number that I was given and both kids have been put on a wait list. So as soon as appointments become available, then the hospital will call me and I'll be able to obviously get them booked in for a date and time. She did say, however, if they have any concerns between now and then, so if one of them needs a fill-in or they need any urgent care, then I've just to call the number and they will be able to issue an urgent appointment, and that will be covered as well. So that's good, that's peace of mind. Obviously for us as adults, we don't get that care through Medicare, so you have to have, I think it's like a health card or something, which we don't have. So we are not eligible for that, which does mean we would have to go privately. And like I've said, a consult or a checkup is between $200 and like $300 each. So I'm not going to check up anytime soon, not until we have our healthcare anyway. That is definitely on my list to do and something that I know we need to get quite soon. I also had a call from one of the nurses and she was just making sure that I felt comfortable with this milk ladder, which I do, so that was really nice. She also just ran me past the immunisations and just explained that Isla and Ren have actually had their, I think it was meningococcal vaccination. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, but they had that when they were born, as opposed to here you don't get that until preschool. So they've both had it, however they may just require a booster on it, so that was nice to just clear that up. So in terms of like daycare settings, for example, they are fully up to date with their immunisations. It's just going forward, they may need a booster on it, but even herself, she was unsure, she said they may not. So I will drop into one of the clinics and just check out that as well. So yeah, I feel like everything has gone very well, and like I said before, I feel really supported with it all now, and I know that I can just call that number if I need any questions answered. The nurse also gave me a little drop-in clinic leaflet, and there's one local to us and it's open like 3 hours every Monday, that I can literally just drop into and ask questions as well. So that has been all really positive for me, and I feel like, yeah, I feel like I know what to do if I have any questions now, which is so good. So now I feel like I've got so much done today, but as usual I'm just away to now sort dinner for the kids. I feel like it just never ends as a mum, and yeah, I will see you all in my next video.